Hello, it's Crafty Carol here with yet another little video with an idea for a card for you to do. And I've used it on the basis of this one, which is one we're going to play with at one of my future classes. But I've got these Aspen Tree dies and they're just beautiful. So it just produces this lovely silhouette. So this was one I did as a Christmas card. And I want to show you how I've done the back bit, and I've used the lovely free paper you can still get with Saleabration, just a couple more days, so let me know if you need anything very soon. But it's got these lovely stripes on it. There's one in gold and this one that I'd done for the Christmas card, that's the silver one, but I just think it adds something to the background there. It's really lovely, and it's a sponged background we're going to do. So the first thing, scrap bit of paper. And I've just cut out with a circle die about a 1 1/4 inch hole. Keep the hole, that's important, keep the bit you've punched out. And this is going to be for my moon or sun or whatever you want to make it. And I want it roughly slightly over, probably to the left, roughly there. And I can work out exactly where I want it by having cut out the front with the Aspen Tree die. I want my sun to be behind the trees. I probably want it a little bit lower than that, so I'm going to just bring it down a fraction. I probably want it about there. Yeah, that's nice. I'm happy with that. So first of all, I am going to put the sun in, and then I'm going to show you how I do the rest of it. So the sun, moon, whatever you want it to be. I've used pale papaya. You could use, I might use actually. Used pale papaya with the blue. I think I might go a little bit more yellow actually with this one, just changing my mind. I'm going to go with, no, definitely not that. That was a bit too dark. I'm going to go with So Saffron, I think, just as a really pale, because the sun is really, really pale in the sky. So I'm using the blending brushes, and how to use those, you just gently rub them over the surface of the pad. And then it's a nice relaxing thing, this, because you're just going to take it in from the side, start off the paper and then come in onto the paper and just swirl it round a bit just to get that colour coming. And you can keep going on this to add as much colour or as little colour as you want. I probably want it quite deep, so I'm going to keep going with it for a little bit. And this is what takes the time, so I may have to speed up some of the video as I'm showing you this technique, because it is time consuming just to build up the colour to what you want and get it just right. You can use these templates time and time again, as you've seen, because I used this for the other card, and I can just keep this and keep using. I've got some I've used for ages and they're covered in all sorts of colours because, well, they're just so useful. So worth making a set of your own templates of different sizes things, but it is easy enough to do. So let's have a look at that and see. Yeah, I quite like that. So you can see there's just enough there. I don't want it to be too bright, but that suits me. So I'm going to remove my template now. And this is where your cutout bit comes in. So this is my cutout bit, and I actually use, this isn't a Stampin' Up thing, but it's removable tape, and it's great. You can get it from Amazon. And I just put a little bit of the removable tape on the back there. So it's enough just to stick it down. And then I'm going to use that circle to cover my sun, okay? Because when I come to do the next bit, I really don't want any to get onto the sun. I might actually put a little bit more tape on that, because the beauty of this removable tape, it rubs off, so it doesn't it won't damage your sun in any way, but it just protects it from the colour that you're going to add to the rest of the card. So the next bit, I just realised I haven't got a clean sheet of, I must have, that'll do, there we go, cleanest sheet. I didn't want you to show you my completely dirty one. So you want some scrap paper behind, because this is going to be a messy technique. And the colours I've chosen for behind here are Pumpkin Pie, Cajun Craze and Cherry Cobbler. They're quite bright colours, and you'll see I just like the effect it's going to have. So Oh, my Cajun Craze ink pad is looking very odd. Now, the other beauty of this is because we're going pale to dark, we can keep using the same blending brush and it won't matter. As long as you always go from a paler colour to a darker colour, then you can either use your stamps again or your blending brushes. If you're posh and care about it, then by all means use a separate one, use a different one. But I'm just picking up the colour on the brush, on the blending brush again. And again, important to come off the paper before you come on. And I'm actually going to start near the top and just bring, oh, I see that's not sticking on. Never mind, I'll use my fingers rather than fiddle about with it again. And I'm just going to again bring that colour around. I'm going to get filthy here, but then what's new? I always do when I'm crafting. So I'm just bringing the colour around where I want it to be, because I want the sort of lighter colour to be near the, there we go. That's probably enough. Do I take it a little bit further down? I might just take it a little bit further down just to make sure. And you'll see how I always just rub it off on the scrap paper at the side, because if you go straight onto here, you'll get lines. You get funny sort of lines. Don't know if I can. No, I can't demonstrate it on there. I will in a minute. So that's my first colour, and I can't shut my stamp pad. These are the old ones. I haven't got round to buying the new stamp pads for these colours yet. Look, I am covered in ink already. It's ridiculous. I get so messy on using this technique, but I just love playing with the blending brushes. So we're now going to move on to Cajun Craze, which is again quite a dark colour. So again, I'm going to pick up the ink, use it off here. You can see what I mean. That actually shows it well. See what I mean about the sort of lines of colour you get in the splodges. You want it to be gentle, so start off the paper and then come on, and you avoid that problem of the splodges and the lines. So I'm just making this a bigger circle around here. Pick up a little bit more ink, stamp it off to start with, and then come onto my paper and just bringing it round. And you can make these colours as dark as you want or as light as you want. It's totally up to you. And I'm just going to work all the way around here, bringing it into my other colour. Don't want to take away too much from that other colour there, but bringing it in and just blending it round without bending the paper, hopefully. There we go. So now I'm going to go on to my darkest colour. Can't show this one either. I'm obviously having a day today where everything is going to be awkward. Okay. Definitely having one of those days. Right, so this is my final colour, and this is Cherry Cobbler, this lovely, gorgeous, deep red colour. So I'm picking that up on here, and again, I'm going to just move it onto the paper. And I'll try and do this relatively quickly. I would generally take a little bit more time over this, but I don't want you to get bored watching this. So again, I can make this as deep or as dark as I want. And just bring it on from the side always. That's the key. That is the key with blending brushes, is never take it straight to your paper. Always come off the side and then come on. And I'm going to make this quite dark around the base here, because I want it to look quite autumny. And then I'm just going to bring that colour, going a bit too quick here, but just going to bring that colour around on the edges of my piece. Just add a little bit more around the top here. There we go. Because I want it to look a little bit like a winter, autumny scene, autumny picture, I suppose. Right, I think that will probably do for now. I'll just put a little bit more of this down the bottom here. There we go. So you can see these lines on the paper just show through, and they just, I don't know, they add something to it, I think. And then we can peel off. There we go. Peel off our little moon here, or a little sun, moon, whatever you want it to be. And there we have our background. So it's dead simple to make up the card from there. Let's get that dirty paper out of the way. Just clean my fingers a little bit because I am absolutely covered in God knows what. Right, so I need my card base, which I've put somewhere. Here we go. So I've already cut and scored that. So I'm just going to fold that and crease it. And then we can put this together. So it's a very simple matter of Just putting some glue around our paper. Gorgeous DSB. The fact it's free is unbelievable. So if you don't want to miss out, get those orders in, folks. So then I'm just going to stick this, and I've cut this the full size of the card, so it's 10.5 centimetres by 14.8, so it'll fit exactly. There we go. I'm going to get more ink on me because I haven't really left it time to try, but that's okay. And then I'm going to add in my silhouette, and I'm going to add it in with some dimensionals. Don't need many, it's not carrying any weight or anything, so I'm just going to put a few dotted around in the corners, and I'm going to put a couple of tiny ones. I've only got a couple of tiny ones left, so I can only put a couple in, but just to support the branches in the middle. If I can get it off my finger, there we go. I've only got a couple of these left, so I haven't got much options. There we go, that'll do. So then take these off. And then I'm going to be very careful because, again, this is cut exactly to size, so I do want to make sure I've got it exactly where I want it. Oop. Get it straight up that side. There we go. Gently push down where I've put those. Oh, that's awful. Let me try that again. That's better. Right, there we go. So there's the card. Just seen there's a bit that didn't poke out. Luckily, because it's on dimensionals, I can poke that bit out and get it out of the top. There we go. So there is my silhouette card. And I've just got to obviously put a greeting inside, but I hope you like that one, and I look forward to seeing if you've made any more. I'm just going to decorate this now with a sentiment and a couple of leaves from the Glorious set. Let me show you those actually. So these are the dies, they're just gorgeous. This is the silhouette die that was made, the trees obviously. Then there's this one of a branch, two lovely leaves, a group of sort of flowers, foliage leaves for the branch, whatever. This die actually cuts out the robin from the stamp set. I didn't actually get the stamp set, I've just got the dies. But if you wanted the bird from that, then that will cut that out. It also cut out a silhouette bird, which I could use in future. But what I have done is cut out the leaves in the same colours as I've used here. So I've got a large Cajun crazed one, and I've got two smaller ones, one in cherry cobbler, one in, what's the other one, pumpkin pie. And I've also done a little sentiment. So just to finish the card, I'm going to stick those on. I'm going to stick the centre. I'm going to just, where's my there? I'm just going to bend the sentiment gently using my bone folder and just stick it on at one end. And then I can arrange the leaves behind it. So I'm just going to stick it on like that. There we go. And then I'm just going to use my hand just to bend the leaves slightly and just give them a little bit of shape. Could use an embossing tool if you want to do that, but I'm just going to do it that way. And then I'm just going to be popping the leaves somewhere where they look quite nice around my sentiment, if I've got any glue left, obviously. Oh, I've got a bit, jolly good. Running out, so need to get a new one of those. Seem to go through those in a ridiculously quick. There we go. So I'm going to have that one there. I'm going to have this one. Oh, I don't know, where should we put this one? We'll have that just coming through here like that. And we'll have this one coming just up there like that, I think. There we go. So that's my leaves. I could put them on more dimensionals. I've already got dimension on this, so I'm not particularly bothered about having any more dimension. And that is my card. So quick and easy to do. I hope you have a go at this blending technique. It's great fun. You could obviously use it with all sorts of different shapes and make all sorts of beautiful cards with it. So have fun. If you've enjoyed this channel, then please do follow me and subscribe. Check out my website, which is craftycarolscards.co.uk, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.